My name is Maurice and I'm the game director at Tiny Raw. Today I'm gonna give you like a sneak peek on what we have in store for XEL. So as you can see, you control Reid, and Reid is crash landed on this strange area called XEL, and she's trying to figure out what it actually is. As you can see in here, Reid is not your typical silent protagonist. Like, she will comment on everything that happens around her, especially like changing the environment. In XEL we offer you a variety of puzzles. So they start out, of course, super easy as the examples that we show in this video. But we actually are planning to add a certain extra level to it that we're not allowed to show quite yet.
Hey, what's that shiny thing up ahead? Let's check it out.
As you can see, we're using a lot of the typical old-school action-adventure camera perspective, but we like to switch it up and make the best use of our 3D camera.
Look at this beaut!
Combat is a huge part of our game, and we want to teach you moves over time. So in the beginning you will face off against rather simple and kinda silly dinbots, robots that are basically gone rogue. And you will do other things with your weapon as well as breaking walls and finding secrets, so backtracking is important as well. But along the line you will be able to dodge, roll, and actually use a shield to deflect incoming projectiles, similar to how you have experienced it in the past, but we like to kick it up a notch. You will actually be able to upgrade the sword, your shield, and gadgets that we have in this game, which we're not showing right now, but stay tuned for that one, because this is going to be pretty epic. Additionally, the game will feature dungeons as you love them, so make sure to wishlist XEL on Steam and keep an eye out for the version for Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. See you soon, guys. Bye!
Hello everyone, my name is Tom, and today I'll be showing you guys the 6 pillars of our game's mechanics in XEL. Starting off with the exploration portion. As our game is an action-adventure game, we wanted to make sure that the player has sufficient things to explore. We wanted to incentivize the player to do so with rewards and collectibles that are spread around the world of XEL. This is one of our main pillars as it enables the player to encounter most other pillars in the game. Another main pillar that we have are the puzzles. At the start, there will be puzzles that are simple in order to get the player warmed up. As the game progresses, you will need to combine multiple tools in order to solve certain puzzles, therefore increasing the complexity. We wanted to challenge the player more as the game progresses. We do, however, want to avoid giving the player puzzles that they've seen 100 times already. A small teaser that I can give you is that some puzzles will be on not 1, but 2 dimensions. But I will leave that for a future video. What we will be talking about in this video though is the fighting pillar. When it comes to combat, we're focusing more on modern Zelda-like games. The majority of the combat techniques, such as parrying, will be available from the start and can be used before they are taught to the player. We also want the player to use the gadgets that he acquires in combat. It is important to us that we enable multiple playstyles for the player. If you are very skilled, you might not be very reliant on character upgrades and enjoy the challenge. Alternatively, you can prepare through the means of exploration and crafting to make useful potions or upgrades that help you in the fight. Everyone should be able to beat this game at their own pace. Another thing that you can go through at your own pace is the story. The story is a huge part of us. It is what ties the game together. We want to introduce you to charming characters that are part of this adventure. We also want the player to be able to find additional story snippets through the means of exploration and talking to NPCs. If you decide to talk to a lot of NPCs and look around carefully, you might be able to puzzle together the events that might occur. We truly want to show you a story that is endearing and not predictable. However, we won't force you to sit through the story if you're not interested, as you can skip it, and as an added bonus, you'll make Maurice cry. We also consider the dungeons to be a pillar within our game. Our dungeons will not be like the shrines in Breath of the Wild, as they are much longer and monumental experiences. In here, we want to push the player to use everything that they have been taught up to this point in the overworld. We looked at how previous Zelda-like games have done their dungeons and tried to apply their best applicable features to ours, meaning we will also have a gauntless dungeon, a locked door dungeon, and other Zelda staples. A huge shout out to Game Maker's Toolkit, by the way, for making great analytical videos and making our lives so much easier. Lastly, we have the crafting pillar. Here you can craft recipes for potions and upgrade your weapons. This is not, however, a major aspect that we wanted to focus on. It mostly serves as a way to aid people who need that little extra to defeat the next boss. The goal is to have all these pillars complement one another and to provide you all with an enjoyable experience while playing XEL. But that's all we have time for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're interested in our game, make sure to follow our socials. We will be posting weekly updates from now on. Let us know what you think in the comments, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye bye!
This'll finally get us out of this junkyard. And bam! Come on. There's nothing to turn around. What the?
Hello everyone, my name is Tom, and today I am super excited to show you guys the development of our main character's design, Reid. In the beginning, we had more of a chibi design because of how cute they looked. But cuteness aside, we also felt that the chibi proportions lent itself well to the top-down perspective, which I guess is also important. However, we had two major problems with our chibi designs. We found it really hard to make truly unique characters because we felt that everyone just had similar proportions regardless of how exaggerated we made them. And secondly, she just looks like a damn brat. Make it stop! Since this is not really what we wanted the player to feel like while playing as her, we felt that it was appropriate to change the overall art style of the characters in general. After some experimentation, we decided that we wanted to go for the style that you might have seen in the trailer before. This really just gave way for more creative designs with their exaggerated proportions. We felt that the animation in-game had more weight and impact to them, and we also found the main character to be a lot more likable. While making this new design, we had some trouble with the outfits and proportions, but by far, the thing that took the longest and went through the most iterations was the freaking hair. It was changed so often, in fact, that we had to make a separate folder just for the hair concept art. It almost came to the point where we wanted to implement a feature where the player could choose his own hairstyle. However, after a bunch of hair splitting, we were able to collectively choose a hairstyle. All in all, we want to make Reid a likable yet cocky main character who doesn't conform to anyone and does her own thing. We want her to be a hero that people can relate to and feel comfortable playing and exploring XEL with. But that is all we have time for this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're interested in our game, make sure to follow our socials. We will be posting weekly updates from now on. Let us know what you think in the comments, and I'll hope to see you guys next week.
Gamezplay.org